All right. You're welcome. All right, Miss Brittany. Are you ready, Miss Brittany? If you want a reading, I'm still taking probably a few more for tonight. You can send in your Cash App or Venmo, and I'll put you on the list. See who comes through for Brittany. Okay. Just shuffling the deck here. All right, here we go. Okay. Well, I'm going to start with, I got a gentleman here. This gentleman is coming through as the King of Cups. The King of Cups would be someone who was very wise when it comes to matters of the heart. You would seek out advice from him when it was about emotional issues. Could have been an advisor or counselor to people around him. People would seek him out for advice. Very, very loving man, kind of like a big teddy bear of a guy. He was an extroverted person, loved to be around people, loved people, diplomatic, very supportive. Does that ring a bell who that could have been for you? Okay. Let me see if I can get any more clarification on it. This person also comes through, it looks like, with possibly a son or a brother. This person comes through with the Knight of Cups. Would you have anybody that would come through like as a grandfather or father, or maybe a father and an uncle maybe? These two are definitely related and they're coming through together. Does that help? Okay, so let's start there because I believe that that's what's going on here. Give me their names. So Grandpa would be the king here, and your dad would be the knight. What's your grandpa and dad's name, Brittany? Okay. Don and Shane. Okay. Do you dream of your dad? Or have you had a dream of your dad? Because he shows me this card, which usually means that you've dreamt of them. I usually take this card in two ways. Either you've dreamt, either you've dreamt of them, or the person actually passed in a sleep state or in a coma-like state. How did your dad pass? I mean, I know No, you said you dream of him, and I do hear that you dream of him, but did your dad have a little bit of a peaceful passing? Okay, perfect. And I'm seeing the number 4 or 44. 4, does the number have that significance to you? I don't know if you have the connection with number 4, but I'm seeing several 4s here. Okay, or maybe sometimes it could be the month, like the month of April, the year 2004, the number of children. I don't know, but I don't know why the number 4. Sometimes it could also be like when you see the number 4. Okay, April. There you go. So we definitely got validation for sure. They're just coming through, just validating for me, validating for you that we've got the right 2 guys here. Okay. So yeah, your grandfather's here, but your dad is really coming through the strongest, okay? Your dad is wanted to bring his dad with him to show you that he is not alone. Okay, Brittany? He is calling you the Queen of Swords. He calls you the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords must be someone who is, so let's see if this is sort of like you. He says that you are very, very smart. He says, my daughter is very smart. She's a very honest person. She's not a liar. She wears her heart on her sleeve. What you see is what you get. Okay? She cares a lot about education. She is independent. She takes care of herself. She's a hard worker. Do these sound like you? Because this is what he's saying about you. He says you're extremely independent. Okay. And he's also showing me the Ace of Swords here, which is your child, which I know you told me that you had a son. So here is you, Queen of Swords, and here is the Ace of Swords. So I'm not sure how old your son is, but an ace represents, like in a deck of cards, like you have a 2 of hearts, 3 of hearts, 4 of hearts, 5 of hearts. Well, the ace in tarot represents the bottom of the deck, so it would be like a 0 or a baby in this, if you will. So an ace usually is like 0 to 5, 6, 7 years old. And that's on the high end. So I'm not sure how old your son is, but this to me represents he would be a toddler or younger. But he is showing me how well you take care of him and you raise him up and his needs before your own, just as a good mother should. So he wants me to tell you that he is very proud of how you're raising your son. Do you understand that? Okay. Wow. Okay. It's interesting that he points out the son. I haven't seen anything about the daughter yet, but that doesn't mean I won't turn over a card. Okay. Your dad also tells me that he wishes he had been better off financially, that he didn't always make the best decisions financially, and he wished that he could have left you something, left you more as an inheritance, or left you better off financially stable. Does that make sense to you? Okay. And I had someone else come through that's hanging out with your grandpa and your dad. And this is a female this time. This is the Empress. So she's coming through as the Empress. This would have been someone who was like a mother, may not have been your mother, but like a mother to you. A very beautiful person, loved to nurture anything, would have been a lover of little kids, would have been a lover of animals, anything beautiful, art, music, would have been very well kept herself. She was a very giving person. Who did you lose that sounds like this? Did you lose either, I don't know, could be an aunt, could be a good friend, could be older sister, could be a mother or a grandmother even. But this was someone who treated you like a daughter. Is your grandmother still living? The one that was married to Dawn? Okay. I think this has to do with her. Are you close with her? Does she treat you, even though she's living? Are you close with her? Does she treat you well? Okay. So the reason I asked that is because I was wondering if you knew, since she's still living, if she ever lost a child or had a miscarriage or lost a child. Because Dawn, we're back to Dawn now with this Empress, and he's showing me a child, that he has a child, and it's related to him. I'm wondering if they ever lost a child or she had a miscarriage. Your dad did? Okay. Well, and I guess it could be because it's a cups. Does the Empress sound... Okay. I don't mean to get this so mixed up, but we got 2 cups here. No, okay, yeah, no, I don't think that's right then. Let me think for a second. Trying to ask the cards for a little bit of clarification here. The Empress is kind of tripping me up a little bit because I feel like you would know who this is. Because this is somebody that you would have an idea, because this was someone who was motherly, unless he is with his mother, which you may or may not know. And you might be able to ask your grandmother. This could very well be Dawn's mother, because you may not have known her, but this is it, because I thought maybe it was Shane's mother, but she's still living. So you might want to ask your grandmother. I didn't know if you're close with her or not, which you say you're not really so much now as an adult, but it could be saying that your great grandmother is with them, because this is, if your mother's still living, your grandmother's still living, you haven't lost an aunt or like an older sister, then it's probably her saying that he's with her. And I'm wondering if she ever lost a child. They have a child over there with them that's from that part of the family. And this could have been a child that either was stillborn or miscarried or lost as an infant. And Dawn is taking care of it. So this may have been more from his generation than your dad's generation. Okay. So this child is over there. They are taking care of this child, a miscarriage. Okay? So this is that child then. Okay? I'm kind of putting them all, I know you can't see that, but I've got this little peacock fan out here that I'm keeping all of this together. So over here we have your great grandmother, we have Dawn, we have your dad and your grandfather and his mother are all caring for this baby. Do you see this? This is the family that's on the other side for you that has come through. Here is your daughter. They say that she takes care of you in a way that nobody else could, which is kind of interesting, or that she's going to take care of you in a way nobody else could. That's sort of interesting. Because she's, 11 months old, you said? They said she's a lot like you, that she's very smart. She mirrors you a lot, because you're the Queen of Swords and here's the Page of Swords. So she's going to be very mature. She's going to be a caregiver. She's going to want to take care of her mama. Okay? Even though she's the baby sister, she's also going to want to take care of her brother. She's going to be she's going to be the kid who is going to progress quickly. She's probably going to walk quickly, talk quickly. She's going to do things like want to travel. She's going to love all things that has to do with education. She would be the kid that's you better start saving for college, because she's the kind of kid that's going to want to go all the way. Okay? But she's also going to be the family caregiver. And I hear your dad saying, She is going to care for you one day in a way nobody else could. And she's brave. She's going to be very brave. So she's very much like you. They kind of saved her for the end here. She's going to be very special to you. Okay? She's going to be very special to you. Not that your little boy isn't, but she is going to be your caregiver someday. Do you understand that? All right, Miss Brittany, I hope that resonated with you. Sounds like you get 2 great kids and you have a lot of family on the other side. You're going to have a big family reunion someday. It's going to be great. You're very welcome. All right, guys.